can say no to this first one. I'm so curious. I have no frame of reference of like what numbers a bike company does, whether it's a frame company or like like a FBM or a Sabrosa or whatever Sparky's or an Animal. Like gross, I'm talking revenue, gross revenue for a year. What has been the best year? What's been the worst year? If you're willing to share that, you don't have to, obviously, but I'm just curious. Like I don't know how much revenue a bike company brings in.
Yeah, I mean, in the late 2000s, going into like 2010, 2011, before the repercussions of the financial crisis, turned things around. We were doing like 4 million a year,
Damn, cool.
which was, but that was still nowhere near the potential of the company. So I wanted to, um, my plan was to, double, triple that, and really, really go in. And I went for it, but that's when everything got turned around. And, we
Is this the era where I saw Lil Wayne wearing Animal? Like,
Yeah, so that was probably around like 2012, 2013, when we were making all the new era hats, we were doing all the streetwear, all the cut and sew design.
yeah,
We were sending stuff out to rappers. We were doing whatever we could to hit the mainstream. But not selling out, like doing the right stuff. But it never hit the mainstream, and I think I mean, I'm really happy at this point that it didn't. Because it stayed more underground either way, and I think for longevity, that's really what BMX needs. But not that obviously, I think the way Nigel's doing it and stuff like that is the right way. He's doing it right. He
fuck yeah.
he's being himself, who he always was, and he's getting BMX out to people that would never see it, and he's still killing it. He's
Dude,
still
the
a
grandma's driveway shit
rider.
was so sick. I loved it. Nigel's doing great.
No, Nigel's such a great success story of everything, and I love it. I love that. Um, but yeah, I was always thinking that if there was a brand that could, merge into the mainstream for a bike company, it could be
It's
Animal.
Animal.
It
Yeah,
was, a
it
hardcore
should be
New
Animal.
York City company, and that
Yeah.
it's weird because that's kind of what like takes a company to the mainstream sometimes, is being like more of a hardcore kind of thing, and all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, that's the shit, that's dope." Like that's other people all recognize, and they're like, "We want to be down with it." So, but it's been like that in BMX, but it never, a lot of people know what Animal is outside of BMX. Never got to level of mass popularity. So,
It feels like it was fucking close though. Like it feels like it was close. So what happened
yeah,
during that
yeah.
period? What caused it to stop the momentum that it
It,
had?
so it was the repercussions of the financial crisis, because I was going for it. I wasn't scared. I was going for it, and I was able to get the finance. So we were putting out. We had, I think, 7 products at the time. We were going to double our product line to like 14, 15 products, and I was going to try to double that number that we were doing with these new products and with the demand that we had, which was only growing. And then the bank that was financing this expansion, uh, they were giving me a credit line for 1.5 million, which I was sending right to Taiwan to release all this stock to fill this new warehouse I bought with all this stock. And then the day before they were opening the credit line, well, the representative called me. She was like, "Oh, Ralph, I'm really sorry, but we've gone through 3 presidents of lending over the last 6 months, and now they want to re-examine this situation."
Fuck.
She was like, "The situation's really bad at the bank. I just want to let you know." So I was like, "What the fuck? Yeah, you've been telling me, everything's been good. We had everything on paper, everything's good for almost 2 years at that point with the expansion I did, with buying the building and everything. And I'm in the building. We got all these new products designed. and made in Taiwan. So I need to send them all this money, and we're going to be rocking. And then the bank takes off on me from
Fuck.
to the next, and that turned everything around just like
Yeah.
that.
So that's the point in time where the rumor went around that Animal was gonna go under, right? Or no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, for a while probably, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then, how'd you save it? That's a fucked situation, dude. That is that is
It was
giving you
very
gray
fucked. It
hairs,
was
bro.
very
That's
fucked.
crazy.
Yeah. So I went from, I mean, at that point we had 20 plus employees in a 30,000 square foot building, and we're ready to really grow this business and be huge. And it went backwards. And, it went down to less and less people. I had to start getting rid of people. And, we thought this happened. We got it. This happened really in like 2010. And it was from the like 2009 into 2010, and it was the repercussions of what happened in 2008. And I just kept fighting every day, and it went down to less and less. And before I knew it, it was just me and Mike Oso running the whole thing, down from 20 people to two of us.
Fuck.
And then and then by the end, it was just me in this 30,000 square foot building by myself every day. And it
No
was,
way, dude. When? What year?
I'm going to say this was like 2013 into 2014 that
Just
it,
you in a 30,000 square foot building. That is
yeah.
crazy.
So I was just doing everything I could to save the company. And I was just, I just answer every call. I'd be straight up with everybody, all our shops, all our riders, everything. I just, what was I going to do? I had to tell them the truth of what happened. And I just kept fighting and fighting. And I sold everything. I sold everything I had. I sold the building. I sold my house. I had, I was a millionaire at the time, and I sold all my investments, my 401k, my life insurance policies, my everything. I cashed out everything
Wow.
and kept putting it into the business just to keep the businesses going. And then I was able to get refinanced after I got rid of everything in 2015. Then I was able to get it going again in 2015, but it was 5 years of really horror. And I had a, phenomenal situation. I met, the, the best business person who was also one of the most personal, genuine people I ever met, who I was able to get the financing from.
So an investor.
That saved the business. He really saved the business. And then, it was enough to get the bank off my back. I had to pay the bank back. Everything else, it was millions of dollars, and when we go to Taiwan and everything. So I had to send Taiwan and stuff and pay the banks off and everything else. And then I kind of got a little, uh, it was a failed expansion. That's what happened. It was a big failed expansion from the financial crisis. And then, I got things going, but then it was a difficult time in the industry. Even 2016 was a really low year for BMX, so we ended up getting an office over here, and then we started using third-party warehousing. So we had an office in Jersey City in the downtown for Animal for about 2 years, and then I just said, "Hey, this is not even worth paying the rent on this." And we ended up starting to work remote and just keeping the remote warehousing. And then we slowly started getting back on our feet. And 2017, 2018 got a little better. We moved the warehousing from different a few different locations. um, and then 2018, 19, and 20, the company was growing again and getting back on, growing the inventory, growing the sales, doing really well.
Then the
And then
fucking
the
pandemic, dude.
pandemic hit. Yeah,
God damn it.
yeah. So it's
Dude,
it's
your life is a movie, brother. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah. It's a horror movie, but we're filled with a lot of highs and a lot of lows. But I just try to take it all as experience and just try to go with it. And you know,
Control what you
it,
can and go every day and do the best you can. That's all you can do, you know? So
yeah,
where's Animal at right now? Are you still doing everything remote? How many employees are there?
yeah. So it's really just
Well, thanks for watching a clip from the show. If you want to catch the whole episode with that dude, go here. If you want to just watch another clip because you don't have an attention span, go here. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. Did I do it right? I don't know if I did it right. Thank you for watching. Bye.